Are you ready for a hilarious journey into the mind of someone with ADHD? This is not your average adventure. It's a dopamine-fueled roller coaster ride through life's unexpected turns. We'll explore the challenges, the triumphs, and the side-splitting moments that come with navigating this neurodiverse world. So buckle up and prepare to laugh your way through the chaos. Our next stop on this wild ride is where autism and ADHD collide. Get ready for some seriously hilarious stories that will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about these two extraordinary conditions. These stories are so good, they won't believe them. Brace yourself for an eye-opening experience that will leave you in stitches. When autism and ADHD collide, hilarious stories you won't believe. It's a comedic masterpiece that will have you rolling on the floor laughing. Hello brains, I am Jag, just taking a quick break to explain some things. As late-diagnosed autistic and ADHD, still figuring things out one day at a time, I use AI to help me create videos so I can share my message more clearly. It helps me concentrate better, stay organized, but also tap into my creativity. This channel is a safe space for anyone who found out later in life and thought, now what? Here, I will share tips, tools, and stories I wish someone had told me when I first started this journey. If you are feeling overwhelmed, curious, or just want to feel a little less alone, you are in the right place. The great dopamine chase. If you have ADHD, your brain is like a puppy in a field of squirrels. Every time it sees a new squirrel, a new task, a random thought, a shiny object, it gets a little hit of dopamine and forgets all about the first squirrel. Here are some real-life stories and jokes that capture that chaotic, dopamine-fueled reality. But it doesn't end there. Our adventure continues with unlocking the humor, surviving ADHD and autism, one dopamine rush at a time. This side-splitting journey will take you through the highs and lows of living with ADHD and autism, all while on a quest for that elusive dopamine rush. You'll feel like you're right there experiencing it all firsthand. And let's not forget about Dopamine Diaries, laughing through the chaos of neurodiversity. Join us as we take a lighthearted look at the everyday challenges and triumphs of those with ADHD and autism. This is a must-watch for anyone who wants to understand and appreciate the neurodivergent community in a whole new way. The Kitchen Expedition. I started my day determined to clean the kitchen. The first task was to put away a single coffee mug. I picked it up, walked to the cabinet, and noticed the spice rack was a mess. Dopamine hit. I decided to alphabetize the spices. While doing that, I realized I was out of oregano. Another dopamine hit. I put on my shoes to go to the store, and on the way out, I saw my car needed a wash. Boom! Dopamine jackpot. I ended up at the car wash, getting a vacuum and a wax, and I finally got home 3 hours later to a single coffee mug still waiting to be put away and a kitchen that was still a disaster. And now get ready for From Hyperfocus to Daydreams, the comedic side of ADHD and autism. This hilarious exploration of the inner workings of our brains will leave you in stitches as we delve into the quirky and often misunderstood world of ADHD and autism. Prepare to be amazed by the unexpected twists and turns of our neurodivergent minds. These are just some of the incredible anecdotes that can help you unlock the humor in everyday life. They offer a unique and hilarious perspective on what it's like to navigate the world when you have ADHD and/or autism. So why wait? Start your journey today and discover the power of laughter to connect us all. The wallet and the freezer. I once spent 20 minutes tearing my apartment apart looking for my wallet. I checked my pockets, under the couch, in my backpack, and even the bathroom. Just as I was about to give up and declare it lost forever, I opened the freezer to grab some ice for a drink. There it was, wedged next to a bag of frozen peas. My brain, in a moment of pure, unfettered distraction, must have decided that the freezer was a logical place for something I was just holding. It was probably a little dopamine rush from putting something in a new, unexpected place. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling like you're on top of the world. You have plans, goals, and dreams that you're eager to pursue. But then reality hits. You're late, you're running out of time, and your carefully laid plans are thrown out the window. You find yourself sprinting to get ready, grabbing whatever you can find to throw on and rushing out the door. As you frantically search for your keys, you think to yourself, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna be late. Just as you manage to escape the house, you realize you're wearing mismatched shoes. You try to convince yourself that it's not a big deal, but deep down you're mortified. You might even consider turning back, but you know that's just not an option. You're already going to be late. So you take a deep breath, accept the mismatched shoes, and head out into the world with a mix of confidence and desperation. I have a black belt in procrastination. I'm a master of waiting until the last possible minute, which gives me an incredible dopamine rush. It's the only way I can get anything done. My brain is a web browser with 47 tabs open, 3 of them are frozen, I have no idea where the music is coming from, and the check engine light has been on for a decade. My ADHD is a superpower. It lets me do 10 things at once, and none of them very well. I always say I'll do something tomorrow. Not because I'm lazy, but because my brain has promised itself a bigger, better hit of dopamine by doing it under extreme pressure. It's like my own personal game of chicken. You may think that getting dressed is just a small part of your day, but for those with ADHD and/or autism, it can be a monumental task. It's not just about putting on clothes, it's about facing a myriad of challenges that can derail even the best laid plans. From sensory sensitivities to executive functioning issues, dressing oneself can become a battle of wills between the individual and their own brain. However, those with ADHD and/or autism have developed some pretty ingenious strategies to tackle this daily struggle. Some may opt for wearing the same outfit every day so they don't have to waste time and energy deciding what to wear. Others may turn to technology for help, using visual timers or checklists to stay on track. And some may find solace in the predictability of online shopping, where they can avoid the dressing room altogether and have their clothes delivered to their doorstep. Whatever the strategy, dressing with ADHD and/or autism requires creativity, resilience, and a sense of humor. Because let's face it, sometimes it just doesn't get any less challenging than trying to put on socks that match. I order everything extra large. It either fits me or fits me very comfortably. Wouldn't it be nice if clothing sizes were actually standardized? But honestly, it might be just me. I have a sense of sizes and space. Have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't remember something simple like a password or a name? For those with ADHD and/or autism, this can happen more frequently and can lead to frustration and self-doubt. Executive functioning issues make it difficult to hold information in mind while completing tasks, leading to moments of intense concentration followed by sudden lapses in memory. It's like your brain is playing hide and seek with your thoughts and you're always losing. But despite the challenges, those with ADHD and/or autism have developed coping mechanisms to help them navigate these tricky situations. Some may rely on visual aids like sticky notes or calendars to keep track of appointments or passwords, while others may turn to technology for assistance, using apps or browser extensions to help with organization and memory. Samsung Pass saves me a lot. It's not always easy, but these individuals have learned to work around their executive functioning challenges and come out on top. They may even find that their unique way of thinking gives them a different perspective on things and that their differences are what makes them stand out from the crowd. After all, it's not just about remembering passwords, it's about remembering who you are and embracing the challenges and triumphs that come with it. We've talked about how those with ADHD and/or autism can struggle with remembering things, but have you ever experienced the opposite problem, where it feels like your mind is constantly racing with a million thoughts? Imagine sitting down to watch a movie and struggling to follow the plot because your mind is too busy daydreaming about random topics. Or being in the middle of a conversation and suddenly veering off on a tangent that no one else is interested in. People might even start avoiding you because they don't want to listen to your train of thought. It's frustrating, embarrassing, and exhausting. But for those with ADHD and/or autism, this is just a normal day in the life. Thanks to hyperfixation and special interests. It's like a mix of loving avoiding humans, my autistic side happily talking to myself all day, best company ever, while finally being able to say things out loud when you finally go out and meet people and you info dump them with your caffeinated dozen non-related thoughts by my ADHD brain. Your brain is always looking for new things to obsess over. It's like having a personal assistant that's always trying to change your schedule last minute. You may have started out wanting to watch a movie, but now you're spending the entire evening researching obscure facts about a topic that you didn't even know existed an hour ago. It can be hard to control, but it's also exciting and exhilarating. Hyperfixation and special interests can lead you to discover new passions and talents that you never knew you had. It's like your brain is constantly dragging you on an adventure, and you just have to go along for the ride. The relationship between autism and dopamine often leads to some genuinely funny and relatable moments. For many autistic people, the brain's reward system finds its biggest hits not in social interactions or spontaneity, but in the deep satisfaction of a special interest, the comfort of routine, or the perfect sensory experience. It's in the pursuit of these little dopamine boosts that the most hilarious situations arise. The medieval plumbing expert, my friend, who is autistic, got a new special interest, medieval plumbing. It started with a single YouTube video. For hours later, I found him in the living room, eyes wide with the glow of the laptop, muttering about the structural integrity of 14th century latrine chutes. He had completely forgotten he was supposed to be meeting me for dinner. When I asked if he was ready to go, he looked at me like I was insane and launched into a 15-minute monologue about the evolution of the garderobe, a look of pure, unadulterated dopamine bliss on his face. The great cereal box catastrophe. For some of us, routine is life. We get a little hit of dopamine from the predictability. So, when my partner's favorite brand of cereal changed its box design, it caused a minor crisis. He couldn't find his usual box on the shelf, and for a full 5 minutes, he stared at the new one, convinced they had discontinued it. He was genuinely upset, saying, "They changed the box. How can they just change the box? My day is ruined." The look of relief when he finally understood it was the same cereal, just with new art, was like he had just won the lottery. So if you find yourself daydreaming during a boring meeting or veering off topic during a conversation, don't beat yourself up. You may just have ADHD and/or autism. And that's not a bad thing. Embrace your unique brain and all the wonderful, weird ways it works. Who knows what fascinating things you'll discover next? I don't procrastinate, I just let my brain marinate until it gets a big enough hit of dopamine from a last-minute panic. It's a very effective system, if not a little stressful. It's no secret that those with ADHD and/or autism can have trouble sticking to one task. You may start out with the best intentions, but before you know it, you're off on a wild goose chase that has nothing to do with your original goal. It's like your brain is playing a game of Red Rover, and the walls are made of your to-do list. No matter how hard you try to hold on, you're always getting pulled away by distractions. But don't worry, because this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Those with ADHD and/or autism often have the ability to hyper-focus on tasks that they find interesting, which means that when you do get sucked into something, you can achieve amazing things. I'm not ignoring you, I've just found a fascinating Wikipedia article about the aerodynamics of paper airplanes. My brain is telling me this is more important than our conversation. It's paying me in dopamine and I can't quit the job. It's like your brain is a turbocharged engine that can propel you to new heights of productivity and creativity. So if you find yourself getting distracted by the shiny object across the room, don't fight it. Let your brain take the wheel and see where it leads you. You never know what kind of amazing things you'll accomplish along the way. My therapist says I need to find new ways to self-soothe. So now, when I'm stressed, I organize all the spices in the pantry by alphabetical order and then again by expiration date. I get a double dose of sweet dopamine. The best part about having a special interest is that when you find someone else who shares it, you finally get to drop a 10-pound information dump on them. The dopamine hit is like winning the jackpot at a slot machine. Thanks for joining me on this hilarious journey through the mind of someone with ADHD. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. And let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And remember, you're awesome just the way you are. See you next time. Let's figure this out together, and don't forget to subscribe to your own courage. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Please don't feed the trolls. All they want is attention. Not the right kind. So go on ignoring them, Bane, you hilarious, amazing true self. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.